Dang, I'm face big in here. Good morning. Come on in, y'all. It's coffee time. Let's chat. Let's chit chat. Let me get my hair wrap right. My hair wrap ain't tight enough. Hopefully it don't fall off while we doing the video. Whew. It's like I drink this with my right hand, so y'all can't see what the cup say. Maybe I'll turn this way so y'all can. Hello. Hello, everyone. No, I can't do it with my left hand. So y'all just not gonna be able to see the words. But I just think it'd be even cuter if I could just sorry. Hello, for those that just came in, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up, please. You might not know if you're gonna like the topic, but I think you will, so go ahead and hit the thumbs up. But anywho, the topic for today. First, I want to say I didn't get to do my live yesterday because just, I told y'all I have to be in the right mental space when I get on YouTube. So I had to have a mental evening for myself. So that's why I didn't get to come on. But with the Lord's willing and power of prayer, I'm in a better state of mind today. And will be that way for the rest of the day. I'm claiming it. But the topic today for coffee time is dreams. I had the weirdest dream. I had two. One that like actually woke me up. I cannot stand those dreams. Those dreams that are like super duper weird. Like they feel real, not weird, real. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you just got home from work and running errands. All right, Linda. That's why I was just like, man, I'm late. Everybody probably done made it to work by now, so you just getting off. But I was like, I'll go ahead and come on anyway. I took the day off today. I took a mental day. So, y'all see these freckles? But anyway. So my first dream that woke me up, I had a baby. Y'all, I'm talking about delivered it and everything. And everybody was just so shocked. Now, I don't know who the baby daddy was. I don't know who the baby daddy was. But he was there. I didn't see his face. But he was there, the baby daddy. And when I tell you, the reason why that one like just woke me up, it was just everything that was happening. I can't remember exactly like everything. I just remembered going to the doctor, and it was like so many like, it was almost like I had the baby at home though, because it was so many people around. It was like my family, y'all. I don't know. I wash my face, but it keep feeling like something is like on my eyelashes. But anyway, these my real ones today, y'all. But anyway, so I had the baby, and it was like so many people around it. Everybody was like shocked. But the baby daddy was like so happy. I was happy, but I was shocked too. And the reason why it was such a shocker, and I mean, it seemed so real, but it was such a shocker because I can't have babies. And I woke up because I was like, what? So I was just, I know when it woke me up out of my sleep, y'all, I don't know what is going on with my eye. Oh, look, Look at nature. Oh, I saw the sun rays coming through. Good morning. Thank you, Heavenly Father. But anyway, I mean, I'm a Christian. Um, but I'm like a spiritual person though as well. And I wanted to look up the dream just because it bothered me so much. And it was like, but it was the middle of the night, and I was like, let's just go back to sleep. Maybe, Then the second dream I had, I just kept, it was like a bouquet of flowers, just bouquets of flowers. Like, I just kept getting flowers, like everywhere. I just kept seeing flowers. Like, it was one time, one during the dream, at one point, um, there was like, I had a bouquet of flowers. I came outside to my car. Divine, Divine. Hey, good morning. Come through. I looked it up. I am like a dreams person. I really do. That's why I was like, yeah. It was interesting. So the baby, and then I even looked up me dreaming about this bouquet of flowers. Now look, this bouquet of flowers, because it was just it, and what was interesting though, and what kind of threw me for a loop was even I had like a friend of mine that was with me at one point, and even somebody was bringing her like a bouquet of roses, and it was assorted roses. And I even remember, okay, during the dream, it just stuff kept happening, and it was bouquets, not just like a single flower. And um, so it was just interesting. So when I came this one time though, good morning, Michelle, that threw me off. Good morning, JR. Was I came to the car and I had a bouquet of flowers. And the guy that gave me the bouquet of flowers, now I know who that person was. Okay. So the guy that gave me the bouquet of flowers, I hadn't even noticed it. I just remember I was like running late for work. He was getting ready to get in the car with me. I'm telling y'all, I'm seeing all this still. And um I didn't even notice it, but it was a card and a bouquet of roses sitting like on my windshield. And I hadn't even noticed it. So when he comes to the car, he picks them up and he's reading the card. But the card didn't have a name on it. It had the ugliest handwriting, I can say that. But I was just like, I got to look this up. Um and it was just so interesting, and then like reading it and read the interpretation. I am a firm believer in different people had different gifts. I'm not saying like I'm just like some. Good morning, Solo. Yes, good morning. Um, Everybody have a gift, and sometimes you just have to accept it. And it was just kind of interesting that that vision. And I looked it up, and right, Divine, it's new beginnings. And I looked up the bouquet, and then I thought it was interesting. And I just thought it was interesting that both of the two dreams that I had, like the meanings kind of correlate. And what was even more interesting was the fact that I told y'all I was like in a mood and not in like a good space, last night. So, um, with my, just thoughts and like what's going on, and just not being happy or content with where I am in, I won't say like in life, or just, when you want to do better. Good morning. No, it's not another one over here. Um, That was the Amazon man. Had me all amped up thinking I got a package. It was the wrong place. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. Come through. Look. Good morning, Joanne. So I decided, I needed to take a mental day and, take a little break and um get some rest. A lot of times too for me, if I'm not getting the proper rest, mm-mm. And then, a lot of times I don't get to watch a lot of news. Good morning, Claudia. I don't get to watch the news a lot. I do, of course, I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch a whole lot of TV. And so hey, good morning, Heaven. Good morning, Shelly. Y'all, I just thought it was so interesting because even even at one point, when I was telling y'all that I had a friend with me, it was like a girlfriend. Now I don't know who she was either in the dream, but it was a girlfriend. And we were like on a bus, and it was a guy that she liked riding on a bicycle. And he had flowers in his hand trying to get to her. Y'all, I don't know what's wrong with my eye. I just thought it was like super duper interesting. But whatever, good morning, whatever would be, would be. And I was like, well, I'm going to hang out at the house and see about this new beginning. And um, be ready, and be right in my mind. And but going back to me not watching the news and um but I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, so I kind of get caught up on some stuff that be happening in the world. And it like the devil be working overtime. I'm gonna tell you that. Like he don't take a day off. Do you hear me? So it was like with me trying to like get in like my mental space and because I was like, well, I typically don't do coffee time on Wednesday mornings. But I was like, let me get up. Let me get up. Like, look, this, don't wallow, Melissa. Don't wallow in here. Like, get up and do something. Get your coffee, get it together. Go chit chat with your friends and all that, right? So, um, I was watching YouTube and I was just like, yesterday, I just made a conscious effort to not even. I didn't really want to. I didn't want to watch any of the Tyler Perry Adrian show. Um, so this morning, what I do, like when I do get up and call myself getting ready, like people that I watch, people that I support, people that I follow, what I do, I get up and I let the video plays to give people, their hours and ads and stuff. So I was like, Lord have mercy. I was so tired of seeing this one video pop up, of Tyler Perry Adrian's show. I could only watch it halfway through, and I was just like, see, I don't need that negativity crap. Hold on, y'all. Michelle said, I don't like this type of weather because you got to wear long sleeves and jackets. Not me. I still wear a lot of summer stuff. I can't. I brought my behind out here. I ran to the store before I called y'all. Before I called y'all, Lord Jesus. Before I got online. Before I went on live. But I came out this door with this little bitty dress on. And I was like, girl, just push through. But I wasn't going to come out here without putting this sweater on over this dress. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Michelle saying, oh, I'm from Georgia, the South part. Michelle said, Michelle, if you live in Texas, you would be asking for it every day when it's 105 here. So is the weather still like that there, Shelley? It's like fall weather outside this morning. Well, when I checked it, I think it was 61. And it is totally something like it gotta be on my eyelash because it's not in my eye. It's I only see it when y'all see it. I don't know. Oh, Shelly said right now it's cool because of that hurricane. But sitting outside doing my coffee time, my coffee get cold so quick. And I don't it just seems like my coffee don't be coffeeing when it be cool. Hey, that girl. Yes. Oh, and then last night too, what else I did? I took. So yeah, I got my head wrap on right. Had to. I took my. I don't know if y'all can see. I took my first two rows of braids out so I can get them redone. Because when you have like little braids like this, and when your new growth start coming in, like that it's that tension, and that's when it goes to breaking. So hey, Miss P, good morning. Okay, lit girl. Oh Lord, just got a notification about old crazy agent talking about the one y'all love to hate. Girl, bye. What's the question? I like this. Y'all give me the yeah. Let's talk. Hey, what's the question, lit girl? But in the meantime, in between time, I don't I don't know. Joanne say use foam cup. Okay. Okay, maybe I need to buy me some of those. And they are not expensive. So but yes, we I saw that little part of that little video of what I don't know. I can't remember the title of it, but she was talking about how she, oh, excuse me. Do coffee give y'all heartburn? Coffee give me heartburn. I don't be understand. It seems like these days, I'm talking about I drink too much water, I get heartburn. But anyway, so she was on there talking about how she's tired of people. Oh, I was like, Divine, what? She's tired of people. Oh, yeah, you get heartburn from it? Okay. Okay, we'll get back to her. Lit girl say, I have a close friend. Ooh, I ain't even read the whole thing. Who called her husband, had been communicating. Lit girl, you must know me. Okay, so let me read it out. I'm gonna read it out loud. I have a close friend who called her husband, had been communicating with a transgender man. She is so hurt, but I'm out of words. Shake my head. He is living a double life. What would you do if you was in the situation? So, little girl, um, you probably haven't been around, but my husband number 3, I did experience that. Um, I don't know if y'all new people or whatever, but so when you say a transgender man, I think that the correct terminology. So it's a man that is like you know, a woman. Usually that's like a transgender woman, but anyway, if that's the case, that's what I did experience it. In that situation. I've been through that. Um, and that's what hurt me. It was the fact that um it was it was the fact that it was the deceit. So I don't even it wasn't necessarily the fact that it was a transgendered woman that he was with. Um it was so much more than just that. So I never wanted people, a lot of people felt like, oh, okay, well, I was being a certain way towards the community, and that's not the thing. It was the fact that the things that he would say in reference to people in the community and things that he has said to me, um and the way he acted, it just hurt me to know. That's why it just hurt me to know that he was doing it, that he was just going behind my back. When he got caught, he still didn't even own up to it. And I'm not gonna say like I caught him in the act. The reason why I have such an issue with POF is because that's where I found it at. I just so happened to have seen it in his phone. And I am not that like go through the phone type of person, but we had just had an argument that night about something his homegirl said, and I was like, well, he won't tell me what she said. He won't tell me what she said, and I'm like, dang, like we having a whole argument about something your friends, a whole nother woman, but I know this is his friend, so I wasn't upset about that. But it was the fact that when I saw that little fish thing, because it was other things that had been happening. I remember it was one day we was out and he told me to grab his phone. Well, we were out on the patio. He told me to grab his phone, and his messenger was open, like the Facebook messenger, and there were DICK pictures on the screen. Like when I picked it up, it came through the messenger thing, and and I was like, what? And then the next message that popped up was like, don't act like you don't remember me from POF. And I asked my friend, I remember calling my friend asking her, well, I asked him about the picture, and he was like, I don't even know who that is. This, left it at that. Called my friend, asked her what POF meant. And so she told me, and I was like, okay, well, she say, so I was telling her the situation. She was like, didn't think nothing of it. So, you have a good one. So, what happened is, so now let's get back to the night when me and him got in an argument about what his friend said about me. So that's when I saw the little fish and it had POF up under it. And I clicked on it. Y'all, and I still remember to this day, it was 157, I think it's like friend request or you have friends. And when I went through each and every one of them, in the bio, it tells who they are. Only one of them didn't tell who they were. But it was funny. It just was like the messages, the things he was saying to them. He was like, I did see how he actually did meet up with one. So I don't know if they actually did anything. But he did meet up with one. He would get up in the morning like he wasn't working. And I would get up and go to work, and it seemed like what he do is first thing that morning, he get up and start messaging them. And it's like, good morning, beautiful. And, they be sending him pictures. And so the other thing that bothered me about it was the fact that he didn't get up in the morning and say no good morning, beautiful to me. But you telling her, good morning, beautiful? And I'm like, and I'm not that shallow of a person, but it was the fact that you telling them like how fine they are, and then knowing that you actually get your behind up, and while I'm at work and this is what you do. And but let me say this. There had to be a sign. When your friend found out, there were already signs. Okay. Um, there were signs with mine too. Um, and the thing that bothers me the most about it is the fact that people have to live in their truth. Good morning, Dawn people. And he he had his days when he was the sweetest person. Um, and then he had his days where he was just evil and just mad for like no reason. And I'm like, what is wrong with this dude? What is he snapping for today? Like, I ain't even did anything. It was just like sometimes it just seemed like just the pure sight of me, like, annoyed him. And when I found when that surfaced, the whole issue with his sexuality, I guess, surfaced. Good morning, Sherrod. It all made sense. So I went from being upset with him, one, because it doesn't matter even if it was a woman. Like, you're totally disrespecting me. You're doing this behind my back. Two, because you're doing this while I'm getting up going to work every morning providing for us, when I'm like, why don't you go to work? Because he had quit his job. So you play video games and clearly be on POF all times of the night and the morning. And he was just evil. And then I just realized it was like he wasn't living his truth. And so I just went from being upset to trying to be understanding and trying to be a friend to him. And the fact that he still would not own it, the fact that he wouldn't own it, even when I went from being upset to being understanding and knowing that, okay, guess what? We're not the married couple we should be, but I still care about him, and but he wouldn't own it. He wouldn't own it. He totally denied it still. And it was there. Because it was so funny because he got rid of the app, but y'all know I had to not already saved everything, took pictures, sent it to my email, printing it out, everything. Because then I go to questioning him like, okay, how long this been going on? Like, this, when did this happen? Like, why are you doing this? Hold on. So Lit Girl say, yeah, same with my friend. Husband act as though they aren't aware or don't know who they talking to. So now, true enough, this is the thing now. So I can't say this is the exact situation for your friend. Okay? Maybe. Because it's a big possibility. If it was just a situation and it was this one, or I don't know, like if your friend caught him or whatever, or how your friend found out it was a transgender woman. But me, he was first, that was his thing too. When I checked him about it, he was like, he didn't even know. But you read the bio and it tells specifically what they're looking for. Some of them say, I want to be in relationships. They telling straight up, like, what the deal is, what the tea. Like, some of them just like, look, I want to do this for fun, like this. But child, like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I can get like so deep into this whole situation. And that's what's like, look, this don't went somewhere else. And I'm like, I know y'all like, dang, like she is dropping some tea. Yes. Y'all, and he, gorgeous man. I mean, when he was on his niceness, I mean, amazing personality. But there were signs. But when I checked him about it, he said, y'all, let's check this out. This is what he told me. Well, first he denied it. printed it out. I got the papers in my hand asking him. So I say, how long has this been going on? Y'all know we be asking stupid questions, right? Because um I saw the dates. You see the dates. You see the dates of the conversation. So I can't remember if like the 157 was the people that I really still don't quite know how the POF works. But I guess like he sends out the request or they send the request. But he had 157 of them, okay? And I only knew of one, like in the conversations, that he actually did go and see. Okay? Like shared address, everything. I think one of them came to my house while I was at work. That's a whole nother thing there when it was like there were signs. But um whew, Lord. Whew, I got so much to say about this. All right, so let me get back to when I questioned him about it. So he was like, oh, like it just like, oh, like 2 weeks ago. One of these emails, y'all, was dated back before we ever even got married. Now, mind y'all, I told y'all it was only a few months that we was married. Agonizing months, okay? And it's so funny how you can put something out of your mind. Really, that was a point in that was a relationship and a point in my life that I promised, like, I think I really like blocked out a lot of stuff mentally because I can't even tell y'all exactly how long. Okay, I do remember it was October. No, it was a September when I found out. And I remember a big fight in October. So from March, or was it May? May, June, July, August. May, June, July, May, June, July, August, September. 4 months. So 5 months. That's how long it was. But anyway, let's get back to it. So he lied and was like, oh, it was just a couple weeks. So I was like, nope, but this one's dated this. And he was like, and I ain't even know, and rah, 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 rah. And I was like, well, no, here's the bio. This one says this. This one says this. And I was like, you go see him. Did she come here? You know, this. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, so what about this? It was the lion. Okay? And y'all brace yourself for this one. Brace yourself for this lie. So I was like, well, but why did you do it? I say, aside from the fact of who it was, you know, what sex they were, like, why? Like, why did you do it? Like, and he was like, well, okay, wait. So he was like, stop trying me like I'm gay. I was like, okay, well, technically you're not, because if you're with me and you're with them, you're bisexual, I guess. But anyway, but he was like, I was never with them. I only did it for shits and giggles. That's what he said, because he was bored. And I was like, you know what, most men, when they are bored in their marriage and they want to step out in their marriage, most men choose a woman. I mean, like a regular woman. So that's why. So now it gets back to me trying to be his friend, right? Because anyway, and I was like, like, I can support you. I was talking to him about health. Yes, we're bored. Oh. Okay, so, oh, wow, y'all been just a message, and I'm sorry. Okay, I spoke to Dawn, Shabbat, Linda say, wow, Melissa, I'm sorry that happened, and you had to experience that. Yes, y'all, when I tell you, we'll be on here for a minute. If I know some of y'all probably at work, but I'm not lying about this. Tracy say, good morning, Melissa. Listen, bees. Good morning, Michelle. Talking about these are the type of things I like to listen to something different. Good morning, Sasha. Let us say a fresh topic. Okay, wow. Like, Lit Girl said, my friend has cut all of her beautiful hair off. She is very hurt. I do silly shit to my hair too when I'm going through stuff. I do. I cut mine too. I did. Because when we first met, I still had, when me and first got married, I still had, yeah, sure did. I cut it all off. Yeah, I'm talking about real short. Linda say, my daughter had me watch a movie called Secret Society. It was deep. Y'all watch it. Ruth thought this is a good topic. Interesting. Sorry you went through this. Shaking my head. I'm not, I'm really not like hurt about it. I mean, I was hurt, but I think I was more hurt that he couldn't understand me trying to support him. Me trying to support him in his lifestyle. I think that's what bothered me the most at the end of it all, right? After I went through my emotional roller coaster about it. But it was the fact that, yeah, he didn't. I was trying to be there and I was trying to be supportive and still trying to be his wife through it all. And I know y'all probably like, girl, you stupid. But I did. I didn't want to get divorced. You know, I mean, I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't. It was never, when I realized a month after marrying this man that this, this ain't what it is, I was like, but you know what? We got married super duper fast. And you know, I was going through something and I just felt like, you know what, like it's worth working for. Like I'm going to put in the time. We will eventually grow together and you know, so I think that's what bothered me the most, that it was like I knew a month in that I was like, no, this ain't really what I want, but this union's supposed to be forever, and I'm going to make this forever. So I was trying to still be his wife through it all. It was like for better, for worse, through thick and thin. We was in the thick and we was in the worst. And when that, I was like, okay, so we can do it. Okay, y'all, see, this is when y'all finna think I'm crazy. So when I'm telling y'all that I'm trying to be supportive of the situation, and trying to discuss it with him, and I was getting upset because he wouldn't own it, and he was like, I'm not that way, I'm not this, and I was like, look, like, hold on. A little girl says she doesn't want to share her husband with the man, and I totally understand that. Sasha was like, clutching, girl, don't clutch them too tight, they gonna pop if you keep on listening to this story. Ruth talking, what, boy? Yeah, bored. Find something else to do. He had video games. I bought that. Then it's like, hey, Sherrod, tell mom she's beautiful. They said her and the trans got into it real bad as well. He was very confident in the fact that he was messing with a man that wasn't being truthful to his woman. Honey, I talked to one of them too, because I'm telling you, I went through my psycho moment now. I talked to one of them too, two of them, talked to two of them, called them, because their numbers was in the messages, in the chats on the little dating app. First and foremost, y'all, your spouse should not be on a dating app. Shouldn't be on the dating site. I'm sorry. Unless y'all doing this together and y'all trying to get somebody, if that's y'all's lifestyle and y'all trying to bring somebody in and that's what y'all on the date, there's no reason for your spouse to be on the dating app. I don't care. So that was wrong. Issue number one. Ciao. Nina said, good morning, Melissa in chat. I wipe my feet coming in. Thank you. And Nina, I am so glad you are in here. I went ahead and watched where the crawdad scene. Girl, thank you for the suggestion. That movie was so good. The ending, I never would have thought. So y'all go check that out. It's on Amazon Prime. It's one of those you have to rent. But good morning, Cheapo. I never would have thought that ending was like that. So y'all, I'm gonna finish telling this story. I see there ain't that many people in here for this, but it is what it is. I can't even believe like I'm telling this story in depth like this. But somebody asked, and let me tell you another reason why. I told y'all earlier when we was talking about dreams and how I am about visions and my spirituality. Um, I thought it was interesting that Lit Girl asked this question after watching just this morning a channel, because I was going to put together, I was going to discuss this topic briefly. It was going to be like a pre-recorded thing, but I can't remember the content creator that had the video, but it was from 5 days ago, and I just watched it today, and it was about Ray J, a trans woman exposing being with Ray J and Trey Songz. And I watched that whole little thing this morning, and I wanted to talk about how I mean, if forget the fact that it's celebrities, but you know, celebrities. I mean, it's celebrities or regular schmegular people like me. Hold on, y'all. This car is always super loud. So anyway, what I don't like is if you gonna do this and you doing this, so okay, let's the thing about it. So the trans woman that was saying that she been with Ray J and Trey Songz, and that Trey Songz, they had like a full out situationship. Okay, why you got to expose them? Why do that? Why you got to tell it? Just keep it going, keep it moving. And then she admitted, though I can't remember exactly which one it was, admitted that it was Ray J. Didn't know that that's what she was. But anyway, hold on. I'm going to get back to my story. Sasha said, I missed a lot. Do you still communicate with him? If so, is he still by curious or has he completely started to date men? Sure, boo. So, let me answer that one. In the midst of all this, okay, I'm going to tell y'all one foul thing I did, okay? With all of it going on, my husband was, and I don't like to ever call him my husband, so I always call him number 3. So number 3 was, different individual, but anyway, number 3, when it was all said and done, he was, no, he's a big social media person. And y'all got to remember now, if y'all remember me telling y'all stuff about this marriage, he was younger than I was. Keep that in mind. So everything was always about social media, like Facebook, like even to the point where he get frustrated if he posts a picture of me and him and it didn't get as many likes as he thought it should. So I'll never forget we having this argument, and he was like super drunk. So this was after this whole, now he had been doing disrespectful stuff on social media before, but it's like I don't play this game. Like I'm an adult, so I don't get on there bashing him, but he'll get on there bashing me. You know, he get drunk, he'll go live on Facebook and talk trash, and people be like, don't get on here doing this and rah 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 rah. So But then I forgive him, you know, all that stupid crap. So when all of this was happening, he was also going on social media like, oh, this be this be that. If this be like, she always pressing me about something, she trying me, this is it, I'm done, y'all can have her, I'm giving her back to the streets. Oh my God, he was so disrespectful, right? So I told y'all I had took pictures with my phone. So I'm the type of person that it's like, when I get you good. So what I did was I posted I posted some of the pictures on Facebook and tagged them in it. But let me tell you what I did first. I sent friend requests to some of his friends. I sent friend requests to some of his friends first, waited for them to accept my friend requests, and posted them. Posted the messages. And do y'all know they had the nerve to say that I was photoshopping this mess? Some of the guy friends, so they probably had it all laid up together and probably with the same ones. So anyway, but I do have a heart. So I did take it down after 12 hours, okay? Because it's like I didn't want it to come off like I ain't mad at his sexuality. I just wanted, he kept talking all kind of trash about me. And I was like, no, this is why we're arguing. This is why we having issues. So I posted it. I sure did. Even showing proof, like he had his phone number in there. Now I did respect them and marked out like the people he was messaging. I would mark out their phone numbers. The pictures they were sending back and forth, you could see that. Yup, I posted all that. So I took it down after 12 hours. After I stirred the pot a little bit. But anyway, but to answer the question, so he was still in denial, even his friends. He leaves. So this was even before the divorce was over. He leaves, moves away. Like, he moved to Arizona. That's right. He moved to Arizona. So he left Georgia, went to Arizona, got with a woman. I guess he was like, let me leave this whole situation. Got with a woman there. So long story short is that he probably still live that lifestyle, but no, he's not open. He's still with women because in his, I guess he wanted to be proven to people that um he a man. He just kept going around making babies with all these random women, getting in these relationships with these random women. So he with one now, honey, so he's still with women. And I promise and I hope and pray that he is being safe with his lifestyle. Because I mean, maybe I don't know what he's doing with her, but I actually did see, it's this thing. You can see mug shots on, it's this Facebook thing where you can see his not his, you can see people's mugs when somebody get arrested. It's called Lowndes County 411. And it was funny, about a couple weeks ago, I took a screenshot of it a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, I was scrolling and I saw him on there. So he done been to jail and he can't keep his behind out of there because he mean. But let me answer some of these before I finish telling the story. So he hasn't completely. So I would think he's still that way. Oh, okay. Do I still communicate with him? No. It's funny. He did move back to my hometown. And we're cordial. We're cordial. I see him, I speak. Um, but That's that. I know in the very first time we saw each other after everything happened, um, he was like, "Can we talk?" I'm like, "You talking?" Like that. Um, and then I remember it was another time he saw me with somebody else and wanted to show out. Like, why? I'm like, dude, like you done went off and made 3 babies. I mean, in a relationship right now, and you mad because you see me with somebody and you trying to fight them. Grow up. Go find your man, lady. Show us my I'm lost. I know I missed a lot. Ruth said, exactly. Should not be on the dating app. Exactly. Church like me too, Sherrod. I'm sorry, y'all. Yes, Michelle, I like chips too. Hey, cheapo. Okay, Sasha said, Ruth, it's 7 a.m. in Cali, and I have the urge to pop some popcorn. This is interesting. Ruth said, girl, I'm at work checking out patients, trying to pay attention to the person in front of me. Y'all, it's so much more to this story. Ruth was like, girl, listen, I did. I saw that pop up when I was talking about how I had posted that mess on darn Facebook. Linda said, wow, he's living a lie. He is. Oh, big girl was like, yes. Ruth was like, not man, lady. Y'all. Okay, so let's get back to, hey, Simply Ramona. Let's get back to the wife and me, okay? And me being a friend. If anything, let's be a friend. How we gonna work through this, this kind of thing. So yeah, I did go through that. So I decided, and just knowing, just understanding his background and his upbringing, I was like, he came from a strong military, his dad is like a very, like, like, manly man type dad, military man. Like, I don't know if anybody else grew up in like military households, but there is different. Ramona, it said good beginnings, and I tell you one thing, it better not be nobody in this house of mine pregnant. So I just say, is it worse when a man cheats on you with another man? Well, Sasha, the issue that I had, um, is it worse? Yes, the only reason why I feel like because um of health reasons. Don't put my life at risk. Don't do that. And that was the issue that when I'm arguing, with me and him going back and forth, um, with me and him going back and forth, um, that's what I was telling him. Like, I got children. And I'm like, I got children, I got grandchildren, and it's just like I wanna be here and I don't want something you're doing, the person that I'm considering myself laying up with every day, unprotected because it's my husband. And you out here living this life, this down low life. And a lot of women get exposed because more women have HIV and AIDS than, from this type of situation than just like promiscuity. Okay. Um, so that's why yes, Rod. I remember that Janet Jackson and Ghost. You crazy. But so Yeah, I think that was the only reason why it bothered me. I think too it was just one of the fact that I think it was the fact that he put so much effort into the relationships he was having with these people. Um, Michelle, I'm getting to comments as I go. Okay, I saw what you just said, but it's a lot of them coming, so I'm trying to, you know, answer questions as I go and finish telling my story. But yeah, I think so. Yeah, but Sherrod talking about she living her best life. Good. Ramona said, "Have you ever had sleep paralysis? That is the worst." I don't know what that is. Sasha said she sure she is Sherrod, and we should all be jealous, child. And talking about somebody, talking about setting a trend, girl. Bye. I'm gonna finish telling my story. I'll talk about that mess later. Nina said, "Simple sleep paralysis is the worst. I hate it." Mika Longtime, we love you, Lissa B girl. Thank you, but I actually, y'all, did not immediately want a divorce. So let me finish telling this part of the story. Y'all, I had told y'all earlier, I don't know what the deal is with this eye. I answered that question one time, Michelle, that I like chips now. I responded to that one if that's the question you was talking about. But anyway, so the we're talking to him. I told him, I had to talk with him. One, I made these appointments for us to go get checked. Okay, we need to go get tested. Oh my God, why did I do that? He's mad about that. I'm trying him. And I'm like, N word, you tried me. Talking about, he said nothing ever happened. And I'm like, you constantly telling them what you gonna do to them, like in the messages now. You constantly talking about what you gonna do to them and what y'all gonna do when y'all see each other, and and how fine they are, and rah 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 rah. Okay, and so you mean to tell me nothing happened when you went and saw this one in particular that I know you went to go see? Y'all share addresses, and then the message like, well, I can't wait till we link up again. So like I said, I don't know if he went to them or they came to my house. I don't know. Trace, so I see you telling one story. She going off the topic exactly. I love you too, Sasha. Nina said, Melissa, in the South, you can get sleep paralysis. We call it devil riding you. Ooh, okay, I know what it is then. Because I've heard of, yeah, my grandma used to say that. The devil be riding your back. But, so anyway, let me finish telling it. So we gonna get finished with it. Um, we, so I did that. Y'all know he didn't want to go. I went to mine. You have to go 2 times. I went that once, and then I had to go back in 6 months, and he was like super upset. So anyway, well, with that, did that, and then talked to him about, okay, well, look, I had enough room in my house. We could still cohabitate. We wouldn't be together in that way, but I would support him in his lifestyle, because I was telling him that I thought it was very important for him to live his truth, because I felt as though that's why his personalities would change the way it did, because he's just not happy with himself. And maybe these days that he lashed out with me at me was because, okay, he had probably been with one of them, and now like mentally is bothering him. But I just know that I had a friend back in college that had not came out. A few of us, his close friends, knew that he was gay, but he always would like keep a woman, just to save face with his family, because they kind of question some things. But he had these mood swings too, and he just wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with himself, and it wasn't until he came out, but his family like totally like ousted him And but those were his happier days. So just knowing I went through that and experienced that with a good friend of mine, and then I'm seeing this with my husband, and I'm realizing like, okay, this is probably why he's the way he is. And so I'm trying to be supportive, and I'm like, like, just be safe. Like, don't be out here with like different ones. Like, your secret would be safe with me. This between me and you. You do your thing. Like, you travel. Like, don't fool with one right here in your own backyard. If you just be comfortable, and we'll still cohabitate. Like, we'll stay married. It is what it is. Basically, I was telling him, I'll be your cover and I'll be your supporter. And I want you to be happy. Like, because if that's what makes you happy, because just reading his messages and stuff, it was like, it just, he just seemed like he was so happy talking to them, because his communication with them was totally different than with me. So, I don't know. Y'all probably tired of hearing me talk about this. But I told y'all, this story can go on and on and on and on and on. But, and so then that's what's funny is, uh, anyway, I just thought it was interesting that y'all asked me that question. And I can go on for hours explaining what I went through and emotionally where I was at. Yes, happy hump day, Ramona. Sasha said, Ruth, without violating HIPAA, has he come through your line as the patient? Please twice. Sasha, you so funny, but sure that Tracy D so true. Simply Ramona said, when I went to a friend's house, I would get sleep paralysis. I haven't been to her house in years, so I haven't had it in years. Wow. Simply said, my friend told me someone dead in her house and the spirit still roams the house. Ruth was like, Sasha, stop. Wow. Do you see it, Simply Ramona? Do you see the spirit? Lit girl, I bet you didn't know I was gonna tell that much information. Yeah, Linda say, Melissa, he's been smashing. He married you and is dating other women as a cover. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's why he keep having these unnecessary babies too with these women to, masculinize himself. And y'all, he a good looking man too. Sasha's like, a beard, yes, a beard. That's what I'd be like, And I was gonna be his beard, and he could have lived his life how he wanted to, and still been married to Melissa, and maybe nobody knew, because that's why I was just like. So I know we got a few people that live in Jacksonville in this chat, and yeah, unnecessarily Nina, because he don't take care of. But anyway, I do know that the one he seemed the closest to was in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, and I do know he had lived in Jacksonville before he moved, before me and him got married. So I was like, well, this must be one of the ones. And Jacksonville ain't that far from where we live. So I was just like, hey, like, make arrangements. And I was even, I told him I would eventually get to the point, like, if they come, if she comes and want to visit you, I'm okay, like, with her coming, because our relationship is just what it is. Like, we're friends, but we just legally married. So, but he was pissed about that. So, needless to say, of course, it didn't work out, and he was not with the program. Simply say, I love your mug. Thank you. Hey, Pooh Bear. Lit girl say, some people in this world are so confused. My thing is live in your truth. Exactly. You will be so much more happier with yourself. Just live in your truth. Mm. But yeah, I was heartbroken, but because I know I tried. When I tell you I tried everything in my power to make that relationship work. I tried to make that marriage work, even with all that happening. I still. That's why I do remember it was a September that I found that out, and then I remember it was Halloween night when it was like completely over because he left for a couple weeks, so maybe like 2 3 weeks left, and I was like, okay, well, we still married, and he came over and helped give out candy, and stuff like that, and I thought we was cool, but the demon came out of him. The little girl talking about, no, I didn't expect this story, girl. No, I know you didn't. So I was like, the sad part about this is the story of men and women, and unfortunately some women are currently in a relationship with man creeping with the man and still don't know exactly. Yeah. Miko Love say how people get mad at support crazy, scared of themselves. Yeah. I was truly trying to support him. Like his daddy didn't have to know, nobody had to know because everybody been like, oh, but he married to Melissa. Like, so, just like a lot of people didn't even believe it after I even showed and proved. Church is like, most of the good looking ones be that way. My friend is gay and fine AF. People really think we together when we go out. Shit, we looking for the same thing, okay? Child, yeah, nice looking man. But the signs were there, y'all. The signs were there. Not giving too much information. Sexually, the signs were there. Um, I do recall this was before we got married because I told y'all we only dated for 2 weeks before we got married. Yeah, silly me. But I do remember him being in these groups on Facebook. And what was interesting was he knew like all the trans people in the city we lived in, and I didn't even know. Because he was like, oh, I'll be over here so I can see what's going on. Did you know such and such and such, been with such and such and such? Didn't think nothing of it because he'll be a social media person. He loved being on social media. I wasn't in all them groups. I'd be in groups about TV shows. So, didn't think nothing of it. I ain't gonna lie, didn't think nothing of it. I just was like, that's weird. Like, we can be in Walmart and, we at the checkout line and, we get ready to go check out. And he was like, oh, that's a punk, right? And I'm like, oh, I ain't never. Thing about it, I hadn't even noticed the person. And he'd be like, that's a punk, right? And I'm like, okay. It was stuff like that even throughout the marriage. And it was just like seeing it for myself and POF. Um, it was the icing on the cake. And I'm going to tell y'all what happened, though. When I was going through what I was going through, the ups and downs in the marriage, and I'm going to get off of it. I will never forget one night I'm sitting outside, I'm crying because I was so upset. This was before I found out. And as a matter of fact, a week before I found out about the POF and the trans women. I remember sitting outside and I was crying, and I told y'all I felt like this was just something that we had to weather, the issues me and him were having, and I didn't want to get a divorce. And I remember praying because I wanted out, but I felt like that's not what I'm supposed to do. If I took this vow, I'm going to be with this man, okay? So I remember praying and asking him to show me the way and to have mercy on me because I was tired of what I was going through. And I asked him to have mercy on me and, let me know. Because I felt like, ain't no way that I supposed to be going through this. But mind y'all, this was before I found out, so I want y'all to understand this. But we were having issues. Like I told y'all, this first month, I had read after the first month, I realized like, oh wow, I shouldn't have done this, but now I'm in it. So, um, yeah, I prayed. I prayed about it, and I asked the Lord to have mercy on me because it was getting to be a bit much. And I think he was like, well, girl, I've been showing you. I've been putting it in your face. What else you want me to do? Then he was like, boom. Now what? Now what you gonna do? I was like, dang, I ain't know you were gonna do it like that, G-O-D. Oh. Sasha said, I just wonder what the attraction is. Well, Sasha, exactly. I would have loved to have known his answer. But what happens is, I do know with speaking to somebody else at one time during this time that a lot of times, and I can't speak for everybody else that's attracted to trans women. Um, but I did a lot of research, and I'm one of those people, like, I like to do research. I like to get an understanding, and that's why I was trying to talk to him about it. But a lot of times it's that they don't consider it being gay. Like, they are still attracted to women. They're attracted to women, but they still want to be with this one person in particular that I talked to, and then with doing research and, you know, all this stuff. But anyway, um, yeah, they're attracted to women, so they look like women. Like a lot of the ones, they still had like the boobies, but they had nice little plump booties, and stuff like that, but they still had their male parts. So, like, you still get the male experience, but you're with the woman, for them. And sometimes it's the other way around. Like, they like, I don't know, but that's going so deep. Good morning, Sean. Linda died. It was the 3rd of September. His birthday the 4th. The same as Cray Cray, ain't it? Sasha said, oh yeah, the brother had gaydar. Definitely a sign, yo. Hey, Unique J. Have Melissa. Hey, peace and blessings. Thank you. We were talking. He sure did, Sasha. Yeah, that wasn't no gaydar. He knew him. They was in the same community. It was a lot, y'all. That whole situation was a lot. Shelly was like, LOL, hey. Yes. So, anybody else have any more questions? I know y'all was like, Lord. He needs some therapy is what he needs. I even volunteered to pay for that. He didn't even want to do that neither. Oh, Sasha. Y'all keep up. I got some something to put on that membership community post over there. I just been behind. Tracy said that's most definitely gay. Yeah. I just didn't do it last night. I told y'all I was in a different space mentally. Shelly told my dang, now I have to replay the video I just tuned in. Mika say, I'm mad you went through that at work listening to her face all jacked up. But y'all know what, until my second husband passed, my baby daddy, until he passed, I never had any regrets in life. And with that being said, what you saying, like, you hate that I had to go through that, I wouldn't change it. I I don't look at things like, my view in this journey we call life. For me, there are no mistakes and no regrets. It's lessons learned, and it's only when you repeat the same thing that's when you make a mistake. But it's lessons learned, and I appreciate every obstacle, everything I've gone through in life. I appreciate those experiences because it's made me who I am today. Yeah, yeah. hmm So, did I like the experience? No, but hey. Shelly to my OMG, Sasha really, Shelly, Sasha said she wanted to go to, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, she wanted to go make some. M said, yes, that dream was prophetic because the Lord's return is soon to come. Mm, okay, M, but that is true. Michelle say, Sasha, what's your favorite? Mika Lovin say, well, thank God because you definitely could have not even found out, so better to know, yeah. M say, oh my God, I'm so far behind. Sasha's like, yes, Shelly. Yeah, that's why sometimes when uh sometimes you have to understand a person's background and their story. And I do recall like a friend of mine um knowing when the situation with Nicole, right? When I let Nicole come on the channel and they watched the video, and they knew my backstory, with my husband and trans women, and was like, "That's so big of you," because I would always be mad at them, and I was like, "I'm not mad at them." It wasn't. I don't even know if he was. I do know that the two that I actually talked to and called the numbers, like they didn't even know he was married, and that kind of stuff. So, but I'm not gonna hate everybody. Everybody need to live their truth, and that's what it's like. That's so big of you. Like if they knew that, say if your subscribers knew like your whole backstory, like you letting this person come on your platform and you keeping up with this person, like will show that you are like so much bigger than the person that they see on YouTube. And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to glorify that whole story, that whole storyline, that whole situation. But yeah, I don't have my hate. I don't have hate in my heart for anybody. I mean, it is what it is. Because my friend asked me if I was, if communicating with Nicole and having her on my platform, um, did it trigger me? And I'm like, no. all I know is he like the woman he's with now is like extra 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 ratchet, and she thinks she got something, honey. She thinks she got something, honey, and it's so funny. Like everybody know he ain't shit, and I'm like, girl, if you don't go on somewhere with your little DL brother, I was way back at the beginning of the video. Ain't no wrong with that, Margaret. Hey, yeah, Michelle. Ruth said, I'm glad I did miss the live today. Very interesting topic. Yep, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. Angela say, hey, Melissa Mars in chat. I called another live. Glad you did. I'm not speaking on her. You have to be respectful, use right pronouns, but I'm not speaking ill of her. I was just saying that a friend of mine asked me, was I triggered? And I'm not. But yeah, we not speaking on her. Michelle, sometimes you be going all the way left. Are you a bot? You're not a bot, are you? This ain't for you. Good morning. How you doing? Yeah, y'all. It was an interesting experience. Yeah. And I don't treat them any different when I see them though. Y'all, I do want me another cup of coffee. Y'all, my legs are so cold. They feel numb. No, Michelle, don't say that. Don't say that. We have to understand. You have to love people, and this is the thing with people passing judgment on stuff like that. You know, he, the heavenly Father, said it ain't but one judge, and it ain't no sin, ain't no such thing as one sin bigger than the next. So how somebody decide who, determines on living their life. No, I ain't, because you know what? When that time come, and when I got to go before and answer to the one person that I have to answer to, I don't have to speak for anybody. I got to answer to my. Well, okay. Shelly to my dang. Yes, bring it back here, Michelle. Shelly was like, dang, now I have to replay after my 11. Yeah, you have to. Yes, y'all. But I'm finna get up out of here. I'm gonna come back for lunch, y'all. Uh, cause I've been trying to hey Mo Cash, I've been trying to uh keep my lives down. Uh yeah, I've been trying to keep them down, the time, keep them shorter. So, in the words of my friend, if I have to keep coming back to back to back to back, because I'm off work today, y'all. Beck said, good morning. I just came into your live, so I didn't get the whole story. I have to play it back. Yes. Y'all, courtesy of lit girl, she asked the question. And I was like, oh, this is a sign to go ahead and tell my story. Shelly, the pig feet were good. It just, they just didn't pig feet for me. Like I've had some pig feet the way it's like, I'm like, oh, I almost bit my finger. But they were good though. My roommate said that I didn't have enough vinegar because he's used to the more vinegary taste. Tracy said, Melissa, I don't have a lot of patience, but I can't complete the membership. They have my card number. What do you mean? I don't have a lot of patience, but I can't complete the membership. They have my card number. Oh, that's okay, Tracy. As long as you come in, you know. Mokesh said my friend husband came out, and when I tell y'all that, oh, y'all, okay. So, see, I'm trying to keep this time down because I don't make that much money off these lives I be doing, y'all. So, and the thing about it, because some people too, they don't want to come back for like long replays. But I actually had a co-worker. Let me make sure. No, they don't follow me. Um, her husband transitioned. Yeah, yeah, her husband, and they have two children together. Yeah, and he transitioned, and it was crazy. We all worked together too. The husband, to where like he wore his lady clothes. He legally changed his name after their divorce was final. So he has a woman name now. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. So I say, please catch the replay, guys, and don't forget to leave a comment. We would love to hear your opinion. Yes. Beck said, I'm going through a divorce now after 23 years of being with this man over half my life. He had an affair with a white woman, and I'm having a hard time with how I feel about white women. Beck. Okay, so I want to talk about this too, y'all. Oh, I want to talk about that because, okay, we going to talk about it during lunch. Beck, I hope you come back. Give me a couple hours, I'm going to come back. But this is what I want to ask you real quick. Are you are you more upset that it was a white woman than him cheating in the first place? Number two, what I want to tell you is you say you don't know how you feel about white women. It ain't every white woman fault. Just like when um it's no, it's not every you know that one woman that your husband chose to lay up with, chose to have an affair with, does not represent all white women. Okay? So I just want to say that. But so is that why, okay, number two, is that, but my next question, is that why y'all are divorcing? And number three, who filed for divorce, you or him? Because I really want to get into, when you said 23 years, I really want to talk about this. Sasha say, baby, my man gonna have to come out to me over the phone because I think the Leo in me will act a pure fool. Sasha, you ain't gonna be able to act the fool because you gonna be so shocked. Linda say, oh, Beck, I can't relate, but I do understand. I don't trust him. Lord, forgive me. Tracy, talk about that damn Bruce shit. Y'all stop. Mocash say, I couldn't believe the person he was sleeping with. You never know. Wait a minute, Mocash, wait. Yo, you never know. Now, that is true. Nina told me at Mocash, was it a family member? Oh, y'all. Give me 2 hours. We coming back. Beck didn't answer my questions, though. I want to talk about this. Oh, my gosh. But, Beck, I wish you all the best, though, sweetie. Beck, you filed for divorce. Yes, Sasha, that's right. Your husband owed it to you to honor his vows. We hold a grudge against the wrong people. That is so true. Okay, yeah, like I really want to come back. I want to talk about this for so many reasons. One, 23 years, y'all. 23 years. My one of my bosses, they got her husband got a divorce after 30 years. Where y'all going? You know, of course y'all know he went and got him a young woman, but where y'all going? Don't do that. Don't do that. And Beck, I just want to say this. I don't know if you'll be able to make it to my next live. Give me a couple hours, y'all. I will come back. I want to talk about this. But Beck, what I want to say, you filed and you're hurt, okay? I want you to just think about it. It's different out here in these day streets, honey. You've been married for 23 years. Ooh, things too different. Mm-mm. Y'all need to pray about it. Go through some therapy. Go through all of that. Work it out with your husband. I know y'all like, Lord. Mo Cash told me he was a member of her church. That's where they at. Shelly said, OMG at Mo Cash. Melissa, please leave a notification. I would love to have Beck back. Yes, I hope Beck comes back. Solo say definitely different. Yes, all she needs our love and support. Nina was like, at Mo Cash, male or female? I'm so nosy. Y'all, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Give me 2 hours and I will be back, okay? I got to get life together for a minute. Yes, Beck, let's talk. Yes, we're going to talk. We got to talk about this. We do. So y'all, I'll see y'all in a couple hours, okay? Until next time, okay? And for a couple hours, all right? Thank y'all for coming through, everyone, all right? And if y'all don't get to make the next one, remember to tell somebody that you love them because tomorrow is not promised.